Today is Monday and it's daily cyber log number 7. Wow, how time has flown. 7 days has gone by so quickly. And just reviewing the videos over the weekend, I can see how much I've started to work on, started to do and work towards. So really excited about how everything is evolving through doing these video logs and being accountable and putting myself out there. A couple things I want to talk about this morning that's kind of run through my mind, and then I got to get going and get studying. First thing is the catch-22 that I'm falling into, and I know if you're an IT guy and you're either one getting into the industry or have been in the industry, and remember starting out. One of the catches is that companies are looking for people that have certain certifications, right? But to get these certifications, you need experience. We can't get the experience unless you get the job. So you kind of see how this is like this catch-22, right? You fall into, like, for example, the CEH. Now, I know you can pay for the course, and that, the requirements for the certification is either one, you pay for the course and you go through, or you need to have 2 years real-world experience. The CSSP, I think it's 5 years experience, correct me if I'm wrong, to write the CSSP, or you can be, can't remember what I'm just trying to think, it's, like a junior CISSP. I know that's not the right term, but I'll come to me later. But yeah, if you write the CISSP, you have and you get the junior associate. That's it. You can be a CISSP associate, and when you become that associate, you have up to 6 years to get the real world experience. So there's different ways to kind of get around it, but again, these companies are looking for someone that has that certification, and a lot of these certifications, you need the experience. So you kind of fall in this loop. So I'm like, So one of the strategies that I've been doing is I open up my company, provide a service for cybersecurity, and then hire people underneath me that are cybersecurity experts in their field and what they do. And what happens is, because of that, I can work with them on projects and get the experience, the real world experience on projects I'm working with. So kind of see how I'm trying to work a different strategy to get the experience that I need. And it's just a different way, so I can say, you know what, I'm ready to write the certifications, I can do it. Now, don't get me wrong, you still need to study, you still need to do all that sweat equity and the hustle there, but to get the real world experience, so I can go into these, certification bodies and say, look, I have real world experience, I want to write the certification, let me go. So that's one thing that's on my mind right now. The second thing is just, looking for work. And I don't know if you're finding this, but I find with the recruiters that are out there right now, and I'm on Monster, Workopolis, Dice, Indeed, LinkedIn. I'm trying to think if there's any other job sites. I think that's it so far, but there's probably more. I'm out there, resumes, and what I've done is I've critiqued my resume, looked over it myself, and then I have had other people review it, give me feedback, and then I've had it professionally edited just to make sure the global one that's out there is great. And now what I do is, and a recruiter has told me this, as well as a resume writer told me this, is that each job posting that I apply to, I modify it for that job. Now, the reason why that is, and if you don't know, is that you have to make sure it's keyword driven. So any of the requirements that they have, that you meet the requirements and you put those keywords into your resume, because sometimes they use electronic systems that scan your resume and look for these qualifications, and kind of have a point system. And then if you get a certain amount of points, then you pass that first stage, and then you get in front of maybe actually a physical person. That could be the HR person that has the opportunity now to look over your resume. So that's why you do that. Now, to be honest, I do not fluff or keyword fluff my resume. If I have that experience, if I have those certifications, I have that knowledge, I'll put on. If I don't, then I don't. And just hoping to get in there, right? And, write a good description, good cover letter, hopefully to kind of get in and get past that stage to be interviewed, and they can see kind of what I bring in value and how I can work with the team and so forth. So that's why I do that. Now, going back to the recruiters, what I'm finding is 2000 and 2001, when I was working with recruiters, totally different industry from what I'm finding right now. And I don't know, like I said, I don't know if you're finding this, but in 2000, 2001, when I was working with recruiters, I'd contact like 5, 10 different companies and get connected with the recruiters, and they were on, completely on, and they'd call me, they'd follow up, let me know what's going on. If there wasn't anything going on, just say, look, call me back in 2 to 3 weeks, I'll see if I can find something, or just let you know. And then you have this dialogue that keeps going, and they're really engaged. I'm finding now I've contacted 15 companies. I have in a list here, and I found one diamond in the rough. Her name is Erin, and she's amazing, and she specializes in IT security. And she's the only recruiter out of the 15 companies that I've contacted, I've interviewed with, I met, I've gone down to their offices, I've done their interview, and followed up with for 30 days to 60 days. She's the only one that's followed up back with me, contact me, let me know. You know, every so often she sends me just a quick email just to let me know, hey, you know, I'm thinking about you, just to let you know that there's nothing to come up. So she's like totally engaged. And what I'm hoping for is someone that I can work with like that. Well, the other ones, the other 15 companies I contacted and went and did this, and this is how bad it is for me so far, and I don't know if you're having the same experience. I've gone to interviews, I went to follow, you know, I've gone to interviews, met with them, submit my resume, you know, some of them I've asked even for references, and I've given them references, and they haven't, some of them, majority of them haven't called my references because I make sure I have references that I follow up with just to see how it goes. Second of all, they haven't followed up with me, even though I've emailed them, called them, left them messages. They haven't called me back to say, hey, Brandon, you know, this is what's going on. Even just to say, and this is where it kind of gets me, is like, even just to say, hey, you know what, you're not qualified. We can't find something in your position. Here's what you need to do. Here's a strategy. So it's kind of like, wow, you know, guys, you know, I really want to work with you. Like, I'm here, I'm hungry. Work with me and let me know kind of how I can work with you, because I'm finding not just myself, but other IT people that I've talked to are having the same experience, right? That recruiters are contacting them and they're just not, you know, engaged with them. It's kind of like, it's a numbers game for them that, okay, yeah, you're in. No, can't find anything, move on. And then they forget about you, right? And it's kind of hard because us IT people, that's how we get connected with companies, because a lot of companies use recruiters to get in there. So if we're not the right don't meet the right qualifications, let us know, and then kind of give us a strategy. Okay, well, here's what they're looking for. Here's what you need to do, and that's why Erin, the recruiter that I'm talking with IT security, she's amazing in that way. She's engaged. She sits there. She provides value, kind of gave me an overview of what, you know, what she's expecting, and then she kind of let me know, yeah, looking through your resume, here's what you need to do, and, you know, I'll do my best, but here's what you need to do to get in there. And so I'm like, that's awesome. I've been looking for that, and it's been since October I've been doing this. So same experience I have, and I'm not saying recruiters are bad. I'm just saying right now, just this kind of gap, right? This customer service kind of gap that's missing right now that I'm finding, right? And I'm not saying it's all people, and this is another reason why I'm using different strategies, you know, job sites, recruiters, and also, you know, working on my own business, building that experience as well, and kind of see where it goes. Because don't get me wrong, at the end of the day, my end goal is to get into the cybersecurity industry. However I can get in there, get the experience, and enjoy what I do. That's why I'm doing this, and that's why I'm doing these video logs, to show you this journey of what I'm going through. So it's kind of fun. I mean, you can tell I'm not frustrated, I'm not upset. I'm just like, you know, kind of keep motivating, keep driving, because to me, being in business, actually, you know what? Going back to when I was 19, right? Everything I've done up to this point has been driven. I mean, I just hungry to move forward, to have success, to keep going. And no matter what obstacle, I try to think outside the box. How else can I do it? You know, if it goes left, how can I go back right? You know, how can I make things work out? And you can hear, like, that's just the way I think. And reviewing in my mind, the dummies, I think it's the Dummies book for hackers, or can't remember. It's the book that I'm reading right now, Hackers for Dummies. One of the things they talk about with hackers is hackers try to take apart something, see how it works. I've been doing that way before I got into computers when I was 19 in warehousing, trying to break things down, figure how it works. Even if I broke it, I remember when I had my first computer, I took it apart, right, just to see how it worked, and then put it back together. And it took me like hours and hours to do it, but I've always had that mindset. Well, hacking can be in anything that you're doing in life. It could be your relationship, it could be, you know, your systems, your computers, your business, whatever that may be. Hacking is basically trying to really dive deep into it, and maybe even reverse engineering. Okay, this is where I want to go, breaking it back down, hacking, you know, the systems, the processes, everything works, to see how you can get to there. And that's what I'm trying to do for when it comes to work. I'm trying to do that right now. Is I'm trying to hack that to get that, what the pieces and components that I need to get to that end state. So hopefully this is helping you guys and really kind of think outside the box, or maybe even just giving you some ideas, right, of how to think, and just, you know, like, you know what, hey, Brandon, you know what, I want to try that. You know, I've never thought about it that way. So whatever you're working, whatever you're doing, and, you know, whatever industry, I'm just trying to think. It doesn't matter which industry you're in. It doesn't matter, what you're working on. If you kind of reverse engineer and hack your systems, your processes, your strategies, what you're doing, you're going to have success eventually. It's just over time of doing it. Now, it might be a lot of sweat equity, a lot of pain, a lot of challenge, a lot of frustration where you're like, it's not working out. But I'm going to tell you right now, it's worth it at the end, because when you finally get to that end result, it's going to be exciting. So I'm going to quickly end this off right now. It's not the end of the video for today, but I got to get to studying. If you know any companies, or if you're a company and you're looking for someone like me, let me know. I'm like, you can see I'm excited to work, excited to get out there. And I'm excited to learn. I don't mind. And I'm actually eager to take a junior position and work my way up, because I know I have to build through hustle and sweat equity. Hence why I'm doing these videos, right? I'm doing it because I want to hustle. I want to get out there. And, you can see 7 days, and I'm going to do this for 365 days. That's my goal. Like, my main focus is do these videos for 365 days and challenge myself, not just for you and for information or whatever, but to challenge myself to really put myself out there and keep going. So you can tell I'm really excited. So if you know any company, or if you're a company watching this and you're looking for someone like me, contact me. I'm really excited. So I gotta go. I gotta get studying, get working. But this is not the end of the video today. I'll follow up a little bit later on and let you know what I'm working on. So we're just coming up on the night right now. I think it's around 7 or 8 o'clock at night. Busy day. Studied social engineering, wireless attacks. I think it was lesson number 19 and 20 in the CompTIA Security Plus lessons. I reviewed those today. Social engineering, I mean, something that's really widely used in attack types, is because it's so easy, because you can compromise someone by just asking questions, right? I even was kind of playing around with it a little bit today and seeing how much information I get out of the people that called me, right? Like, it'd be telemarketers, or, what else? Service providers that maybe call me and say, like, hey, we wanted to give you this promotion for Christmas. So then what I would do is I'd ask them lots of questions, and through that I could social engineer, their first name, last name, what else was I getting from them, where they were from. So I can kind of now look at, find them on social media or whatever, whatever profile they are, and then just kind of digging deep in. And it was interesting how much information you can get from people if you ask the right questions or put yourself in that correct scenario that they need that information. So it's kind of scary how easy it is. And then we're talking about, like, one of the next one I was reviewing was wireless attacks, and just making sure that you have your wireless set up for WPA2 protocol, especially if you're at home. And then if you're in an enterprise environment, it's, you use an enterprise solution. But like, if you're a home user, don't use WEP, or use WPA2, which is a higher level of encryption, so you can keep it a little bit more secure. So that's really it for my day. Right now, tonight, I gotta keep working on the hacking component, the ethical hacking. So I'm gonna go read the Dummies book for hacking, and then probably review, I think, the first 1 or 2 videos of Certified Ethical Hacker to get my VMware set up and get it ready to be able to do it in January. And that's my goal, is to start to work towards that. And just right now, just kind of play with things at night and get comfortable. I know I have to play with Catalytics a bit, get with the tools. So it's going to be a little time, but I have a feeling in the new year, I'm going to move a lot faster, just because right now I'm trying to get CompTIA Security Plus out of the way, and then work on my next one, which is Certified Ethical Hacker. Now, I didn't kind of get too much feedback on one of the other videos, was about the OSCP. And again, I'm reading more and more that it might be the one, jump over Certified Ethical Hacking and then goes directly for OSCP, which is the Offensive Security Certified Professional. I think for myself personally, I'm going to do the Certified Ethical Hacker, just because I want to get that experience and kind of the hands-on and really learn fundamentally what needs to be done. That's why I'm reading the Dummies Guide for Hackers, and then kind of working my way up, just so I can get the information of definitions, thought process, different types of basic strategies, and then work from there and just kind of keep building, because the more I learn, the more I'm going to be able to do. So that's it for the video today. DailyCyber video log number 7. Excited. I'm going to be doing video 8 tomorrow. Lots going on. Pretty excited, and just like to thank you for watching the video. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, go check it out. I'll put the link here below. Check it out. Subscribe, and you can get the video logs directly. I think it's to your email as well now. I've been getting them myself. You get them to your email and just watch them on the go and just hear kind of the things I'm talking about. And hopefully it's stimulating some ideas for you, being either one, you are in the IT security profession, or if you're thinking about getting into it, just some things that you have to think about and things I'm doing that you might want to look into. So have a good night, and I will see you tomorrow.